See, I'm not afraid of a goddess.
Neither was I until now.
Hello and welcome to Touch Mechanics. You are watching an amazing episode of the Nameless Ones, a Dusk of Achordia special, and we're here with some new faces. One face that I pointed the right way. That's never happened. One face that I forgot to cover, so you know he's here. But we got Sir Timothy. We're strong. You don't know who he's playing though. I got that covered. Yeah, I did this on purpose. Um,
No spoilers, guys.
we have Sir Timothy of Stronghold D&D plus the rest of our lovely cast, but let's get into a quick recap for those that were not here for last session. Um, so we started things off with the group sort of in the cave still. And they shortly left after they realized that what the cave was asking was not something they were willing to offer. But to keep that from stopping them, they decided to investigate these new light beams that were kind of beaconing themselves all across the cursed place location that they were located at. As they exited, they heard the approaching footsteps of someone, and all but Elatus hid themselves. And he encountered one of the agents that works with Mother, the goddess of all gods. Mother of all gods, I guess. And she pretty much informed him that Mother was changing the rules on some things. And after their small conversation, the party was greeted by a young, impressionable youth named Pip, and he got kicked in the stomach immediately by Rowena because he surprised her. And then, after showing that he knew Elatus, or at least the different personalities that this man had come to be, he also informed the party that he was able to show them the location of magical nodes around the island, to which they begin to track down one, get a few spell slots, and track down another, and do a small confrontation where they fought and killed some other people that were also after the orb, per se. But I think the half orc got away. I don't know. We don't keep track of these things. But Rowena went down not because of the combat, but because one of Elatus's personalities was out, and they didn't want him to get the orb. So they used the trick of saying their names, which causes psychic damage, which also causes his personalities to switch. And in doing so, Rowena went down, and they were able to resuscitate him. And I say by they, Pip, the guy who had been kicked in the stomach twice now by Rowena, healed her and healed the other party members. They found out from Pip that there is a location not where most people are headed, underneath the island, where a particular judgment could happen if they so choose to pass it. But he also said that the Dark Gesture is most likely not going to be able to pass it just in general, just on his vibes as evil. So they all decided to go away from the island, find this like metallic tunnel, not a cave. And as they continued onward, that is where we're going to pick up. You all are walking down these sleek metal tunnels, and you're seeing representation from previous people that you knew when you were alive, per se. Some of you recognizing faces immediately, but is there anything that you want to do as you're continuing onward?
No. Quietly.
I'm still jingle jangling down the corridor.
Yeah, Narissa is walking far behind the jingle jangle.
I'm frolicking next to Jingle Jangle, just
Narissa, as you're in the back, roll me a perception check. I swear, the sass. Do you see what I have to deal with, Tim? Imagine.
I was actually sassing myself because I was rolling so poorly last time, but I rolled a 16, so...
Okay, you hear footsteps approaching behind you, and as you go to look, you see a familiar, not so familiar, but familiar skeletal structure kind of dragging his foot as he catches up to you. Mistress, I have done as you said. I have killed and slain many, but I am here to take your next orders.
Can you tell me how many you killed?
6.
Oh, good. Great. Okay. Do I get to control the rest of them, or do I have to visibly eyeball them to give them...
I would say you have to be in the vicinity of them.
Lame. Okay, well, I don't know. I guess my next orders are to just continuing mayhem. Kill, maim, murder everybody who's not in this tunnel. Yeah. Kill, maim, murder people who are not in this tunnel. Go back the way you came.
Understood, mistress. And he kind of like turns on heel, maybe dislocates a foot or something. But after correcting that mistake, continues back out from the direction that y'all were just headed away from. So y'all are continuing further into this tunnel. It seems to be really clean, oddly enough, devoid of blood, which is new. And yeah, Pip is just kind of like leading y'all through.
During our trek through these pathways, Bauman's just coating any type of blade, so arrowheads, swords, whatever, with a viscous liquid.
A viscous fluid that you have?
Yes.
Okay.
Not that one, but
Just track it, making sure you're not like grabbing stuff off the walls and things. I don't know. I don't know what you're. But yeah, as you're doing that, y'all continue onward into the tunnels, and soon it opens up. You see various pathway structures, kind of like sets of stairs in conjunction to different doorways that are leading outward. And in front of you is a roll a perception check. Go.
Natural 1 for a 3. I take it back about rolling well.
Oh gosh.
25.
supposed to save those for initiative.
For 3 for initiative.
An 18.
Okay.
24 for Bauman.
So everybody but Narissa sees, probably because she's in the back, she's not paying attention, you know, as Narissa may or may not do. I don't want to speak for her. But you see a angelic figure, very large, kind of statuesque, in front of you at the centerpiece, like the far back wall. And then there's the 3 pathways over here and 3 pathways over there. And I'll pull y'all to the map so you can have an idea of what you're seeing. Oh, wait, 4. Sorry, there's 4. Everything's ruined. Start over. No. You don't see the other pathway until you come down those stairs, and it's like behind you. Ha! Fixed it.
All I see is
We
a
don't-
black screen.
What?
The game is paused.
We
wait.
don't see anything.
I can see people moving. I can't
Maybe I have to make it visible by everybody?
Yeah, you might have to take lighting effects.
Oh, yeah,
off
okay,
or-
okay.
There it is.
Ah.
There we go. And I'll just place y'all out here right now. There's no danger immediate. But we'll just get you all on the map so that there's at least a placeholder. But over here, there's that angelic figure kind of looking at all of you. What would you like to do?
Why did we stop? Oh. Do you know? It's a very nice statue.
Do any of us recognize it?
You could roll history or religion.
Great.
I'm good at both
14.
of those. Okay.
25 on history.
22 on history.
7.
I
Okay.
changed mine to religion.
So not Narissa again. Who got 20 or higher? Okay. So Rowena and Elatus, you would know this to be the Archangel Raphael. Yeah, I would do it now. Tim, for those just showing up, what does Raphael look like to the audience? Like, how are you dressed, appear?
I'm guessing Pauldron's plate that's fastened by just like radiant energy. You know, there's no bindings or bardings. Wings are laying tight against his back. Longer hair, like sparkles of radiance. You know, on his chest and on his hair. A long great sword. You know, with 2 hands holding it at its hilt, pointing downwards, just standing ominously tall.
Nice. So yes, you see this like stoic, statuesque image of Raphael in front of you, but only Rowena and Elatus know which angel this is. The rest of you are just like, ooh, it's an angel statue.
Ooh, that's an angel statue. Well,
Very astute. Balmon's gonna kneel down and kind of feel the ground. Like, is this area well traveled at all?
Not really. There is pathways, but they don't look like they've been occupied. There is a seemingly void of like dust or cobwebs or anything like that. Almost like the area is sort of pristine here.
I'd say after seeing it and knowing who it is, I go and kind of lean back onto the arm rails for the stairs and kind of just scoff at what's in this room at the moment.
And Pip kind of like looks at all you. I think this is it. This is where the judgment stuff happens.
Does it talk? Okay, so we're all in the same boat. Okay. Hello?
I prefer not to talk.
Why?
Do you not know who that is?
I know that it's a very handsome angel statue.
Why would you think statues will talk back?
Why wouldn't they? You live in a world full of magic, and you're saying that one statue can't talk back?
I'd prefer
The
not
statue.
to talk to an archangel.
There
Say in the matter.
does seem to be a plaque underneath the angel, like engraved.
Well, I'll tippity toe forward to go try to read that plaque, I guess.
Bellman's gonna kind of like scoot kind of slowly over towards the latest.
y'all making my girl Narissa go up by herself?
Yes, sir.
So normally I would ask for a perception check or something in that regard, Narissa, but as you get closer, you realize what first starts to be just a jumble of symbols and kind of like calligraphy-esque imagery is like rapidly shifting, and it doesn't take you long because you speak more than one language, but this plaque is changing the format of its text to like every known language, and you confirm it once it hits another language that you know, and it reads the same but in that language. And all it says is return solace and face judgment. And it just keeps switching.
This is where you find out Narissa can't read.
Oh, God.
How do you return solace? Does anyone know? No? Okay, well, we're here to do that, I guess. And face judgment. Narissa's gonna back up on her little tippy toes.
You back up and you face this regal statue, and nothing changes.
Okay, guys. What we do? It says return solace, face judgment.
Is solace an item? Is
How do you return solace? So, Elatus. No, that's not your name. It's so hard when the names were on the Zoom. Why? You don't want this statue to talk? Why?
Do you prefer to talk to archangels?
I've never met an archangel.
Well,
Have you?
that is one. At least the statue of one. And she asks, have I? I say something in celestial. And if anyone can understand it, it's I've done my fair share of talking with them.
Nobody? Nope.
And if she looks at me confused, I'll be like, that is their tongue, at least.
Well,
Once you say that, roll a
I triggered it, chat.
roll a perception check, Elitas.
That is a 15.
Okay, once you say that in Celestial, you notice that Pip is giving off like a faint, like, glow. Or let me rephrase. Once you say it in Celestial, Pip is giving off a faint glow.
Pip, what are you doing? You've changed. Yes.
Me? I'm just standing here waiting for y'all to do stuff.
No. There's a glow about you.
Oh, thank you. I've been trying a new, like, moisturizer. Oh, is it not that kind of glow?
I'm going to kick you like she did if you don't stop acting like a buffoon.
What do you mean? A glow?
If he looks at his hand, will he see it?
Or
Or am I the only one that's seeing it?
You saw it, like, faintly when you spoke in Celestial, and then it, like, dimmed out.
Pip, look at your hands. And then I shift and start saying, do you not see it glowing now? As I say it in Celestial to him.
And I would say you all notice that Pip's giving off this, like, faint glow. Oh, look at that!
I do not want to be the one that has to do this.
your existence stresses me out.
I've heard that plenty of times. Yes,
Yeah.
yes, I have.
Maybe you read the sign in Celestial in that language? Whatever language that happens to be that I don't know.
I take and walk up to the statue and I put my hand on the plaque.
Okay.
And in Celestial, I say, return
Bellman draws his
solace
bow.
and
on
face judgment.
Okay. You all watch as the brightness within Pip radiates outward, and he lights up the room that you're in. And once the light dimmers, the form of Pip is now in the shape of a celestial radiant spear, and it quickly flies over into the open hand of this archangel, and you watch as the structure of the statue starts to crack and pieces fall off and crumble underneath him before this new figure moving, standing, towering over all of you is seen.
As this is happening, I look at Narissa and I say, this is why I did not want to deal with this.
Well, thank you anyway, I guess.
I did promise to get you here, but
You did.
it is what it is, I guess.
Does Nursa
Is
have
this
knowledge of angels in general?
I mean, you know that, like, angels exist. You haven't met any, but
I mean, Nerissa knew that gods existed about 2 weeks ago, but didn't believe it. So I don't know
yeah,
about this
like
spatial thing.
you don't believe in a lot of things, but those things have still been like hitting you in the face.
Fact.
No, uneasy. And Belmont kind of glances at Elatus, but still eyeing where Pip was. Is this a boon or a bane?
I've never been here. And I've never seen Pip do that either.
Then you all feel a crumbling shift. The air is heavy with the weight of finality. Storms of fire and ash sweep across broken lands as the landscape around you shifts and you see a colossal battlefield. Angels, archangels in the background fighting against demons and other creatures, all manifest. It feels like you're there. The brimstone, the effects of the heat from fire and flame hit and kiss against you as you're standing before this now risen statue. Standing before you is the last judgment. You all are faced by Raphael, the true archangel, the final gatekeeper of reprieve in this dying world. And he looks at all of you.
You stand before me at the edge of eternity, seeking reprieve from judgment. Know this, your pleas mean nothing to the heavens unless you prove your worth. Mercy cannot be bought with words. It must be earned with your very essence.
And you all look at him, and there's that boom in his voice that strikes down to your core. You've heard people yell, and you've heard people get puffy or whatever with their speech or their demeanor, but this one is another type of dominance that just hits into you, and for a moment you're all kind of just shook at what's happening. It almost feels fantastical, not possible. But what would you all like to do?
Belmont's not doing so much, but his bow loosens a little bit, so it's not pulled, and it's pointed down low ready, but he's still just kind of staring, trying to comprehend what's going on.
I don't think we heard Kim at all.
I know.
Oh.
Him. It didn't work.
Your mic is messed up.
Oh no, you're muted!
Well, no, she was unmuted when she tried
wait,
the first
try now.
time. Yep.
Oh no! Maybe in Zoom it switched one of the...
It might be that your mic isn't to AirPod.
No, I'm on.
Oh, I hear you now.
I said, is shitting yourself an option without consequence?
Rowena just became hoarse at the presence of an archangel.
100%.
Well, and I point at Nerissa. You wanted it here. It's here.
We just... Yep. Hello.
In front of the archangel, he doesn't say anything, but you see the appearance of 3 orbs kind of like centered in center mass in front of him, and one kind of like lights up.
The trial of truth. Speak, mortals. Strip your hearts bare and confess. What sins burden your souls?
I don't know if we have that much time.
I'd say that the party slightly hears a jingle as Atlantis is laughing because he knows there's not enough time to do that for him.
Yeah, Belmont kind of shoots a glass at everybody, just knowing.
I thought. Didn't Pip say that it was like what you want most in the world in exchange for leaving?
I don't think that he's ever done this before.
Well, clearly not.
You also know there's 3 orbs. This is the first test.
Right.
Maybe give him one. Give him one and see if it's good.
What sins have I committed to lay bare? I dropped a whole city of people and killed them all. It was an accident, but...
On my stronghold. I mean, what?
Sorry. It was an unintended consequence of my own actions. I would say that some would consider that a sin. Anything? Bueller?
And this orb is burning red hot. And it seems to just like loom there, waiting.
Does somebody else have something they want to contribute? Or are we just all throwing me under the bus to see if we're a guinea pig?
Steal money from my mom's wallet and return it to her like I found it on the street.
God, you're actually wholesome.
Well, it's the first thing that came to mind.
I say I dropped a whole city and you stole your mom's wallet?
Oh, God.
I also gutted an innocent man like a fish. So.
That sounds more reasonable. As a sin, not as an action. Oh, holy one.
Bellman steps forth and he kind of looks at Raphael up and down. Like, I don't know about the others, but my only regret. When I sought some forbidden knowledge, I was forbidden by my clanmates, my parents. And so when the chance became, I sought it out. I learned it. And then I used it and tested it against them. First my sister, then my cousin, my brother, my other brother, my other brother, finally my father, my grandfather, and his brother. Soon, the entire clan was dead. And I found out the knowledge I learned was very effective. But what cost? And Belmont kind of steps back.
And there seems to be one member, Raphael, between the four present that doesn't seem apt to participate, but
I'll say this to him in Celestial. I have been placed here 101 times. Because Mother apparently wants me as her own. I've denied her every time so far. But the evil I have done, there is no redemption for my soul.
and with the three, you watch the orb vanish for Raphael to consider. And Tim, for you, that means, should you summon this orb back again, if you believe what they said to be fair to the trial of truth, it would appear as blue. But if it's a failure and it does not hold as much weight as you hold for that trial, it will still show up as red. But we shall move on to the next.
Sacrifice. To seek your salvation, you must prove your devotion. What will you surrender to redeem yourselves?
And another of the two remaining orbs turns red and kind of ominously weights itself to you.
After hearing this, Elatus turns and looks at the party. If it's body parts you want removed, just say so.
Good on that.
Think this one wants blood.
I think it's way deeper than that, if we're being honest. You must sacrifice what you hold dear. I think that's what Pip was referring to in this. The what you want most, as he put it.
Excuse me while I refer to my yield Palm Pilot.
What do you know good?
While they're standing there trying to decide what it is that they may or may not sacrifice, Elena steps back to the staircase and just sits down.
Balmond is going to unstring his and then just kind of put it through his sash and walk over towards the latest. On one of the stairs, he'll just kind of rest his fist. He's like, I can trust you to make this quick, correct?
You're wishing to die, yes?
No.
Just your arm?
Just the hand.
Very well. And I reach back and I grab one of my swords and I put the blade to the edge of the step and I have it countered to where when I bring it down like a paper cutter, and I'm just gonna go straight down onto the step with it.
Okay. Balmond looks away towards Raphael.
Not more arm loss. Too soon.
Before he screams out in pain.
Well, I mean, Elatus, roll me a athletics or strength check.
Nice. Well, let's see.
Please
We will
go
go,
high.
we will go with athletics.
We'll say this is in one fell swoop, but
So I rolled a 14, but I have a +8 on athletics. So you tell me if I did it.
Ballman, roll a strength save.
Let's check.
Oh, this is new. I didn't see this before.
I shouldn't have picked that good die. I got a 19.
Oh gosh! So yes, he comes down with the force, and it doesn't quite cleave as nicely as you would like
With
it
a
to have.
22, I don't sever his hand after he has a 19.
Oh wait, he got a 19. You got a 22.
I got a 14 on the die +8.
Ah.
He only got a 19. I severed that sucker.
Yeah, Bowman, you watch as your hand flops to the floor. You no longer.
As it's bleeding, I cast my hand on fire with a firebolt. Do you want me to stop the blood?
Yes.
Oh gosh!
And I stick my hand forward and just like let the fire burn on the edge of his wrist.
Belmont is screaming, but he is not wincing away.
And as soon as I feel like it's done enough, I pull my hand away and decrease the fire out of my hand.
Can you roll me some firebolt damage real quick? Just asking for a friend.
You might want to roll slicing damage too, and just tell me. 'Cause
Oh yeah.
that's a lot of trauma.
Okay.
That's a lot of trauma. So
let's
8
see.
points of slashing damage.
I'm sure that's all.
Yeah, it's just your
you're,
hand.
You're rolling it. Okay. Okay.
No, you can do the fire damage. I did the slashing.
No, I thought.
Oh, wait, no, roll your
we were
attack.
Because
Oh gosh.
I sliced him with the blade, the blue one. So it's fine. I rolled a 5 + 6, so 11 on the slice.
Oh, that's more. What's the fire
Yeah.
damage?
The fire damage is yeah. That is 13.
Okay.
2d10. So I got 13.
Ballmong did get healing by Pip before Pip became a weapon,
Yeah,
right? Okay.
he healed all of us.
Well, somewhat. Yeah.
Not well, no, he healed all of us, just not fully. He
Yeah.
didn't fully. He only fully healed Rowena.
Literally was about to ask him. I was all, Pip turned into a ball, right? He can't heal us. Great. Perfect.
So yeah, you hear like a blood-curdling scream, and the loss of a archer's main bow hand, meaning they will never be able to use their weapon of choice, preferably. And yeah.
Belmont winces and reaches down and grabs the hand that's on the step and just throws it at the feet of the statue. And then stands there and he kind of like grips whatever like rail is there just to steady himself. You two better make it quick.
Yeah, so I'm gonna grab the 2 ears I have from my pocket and look at Hats and just go, okay, we're doing this. Dagger in the other. Toss the ears, and then I'm just gonna
Oh,
cut
God.
my own and toss it that way as well.
Are we doing body parts?
Do they have to be body
I
That
parts?
think
was the precedent that was set for me. I'm just going along with it. Pip turned into a ball. I don't know.
Are we? I was gonna do something different. We're doing body parts?
You say this as you look at Rowena that has like one less ear.
I'm gonna repeat what Hat said. I think we better make this quick.
Do
Like the
you
cold
need me
sweat.
to?
Oh god! Oh no! A firebolt to the face.
I think mine's a little less severe right now, so I think I'll be okay.
Narissa's gonna step forward.
Oh
Gonna
gosh!
Two hands still out. She's gonna try her best to focus and take the spell slots that she received, all of them, and put them back into like orb form and have them returned.
Roll me a Arcana check, and then for the ear, I would say this way. Oh, max 8 points of self-inflicted damage.
Dang.
You said that. I panicked. For a second. No, we're not doing this.
Part of that's emotional damage.
Yes. More because I lost the other two ears. I'm not so connected to these ones. I wanted the other ones.
I rolled a 7.
Nice. This is great, actually, because as your other party members
Are
slightly bleeding out, maybe not bleeding out, you know, in obvious discomfort, you watch as Narissa tries and whip her sorcery magic into returning the power that she got from the orbs that gave her spell slots in this land devoid of magic, essentially. And maybe it's the stakes, or maybe it's because you haven't done this before exactly.
Performance.
Actually, no, roll a performance check. What are you good at? Show me your character sheet. What?
DM,
What the
do
what
I
are you
know
good at?
how? Do I know how to remove them?
Listen, her backup plan is to cut out her own tongue, so like we're fine. I rolled a 14
14 total.
on performance. Yeah.
Okay. So she's, you know, she's making a show of it, but no matter how much arcane energy or just magical force she's pumping back into like a contained area, it doesn't seem to like stabilize.
Cool. Okay, with that. All right, I guess we're doing body parts. Someone cut out my tongue before I think about it.
And Elatus, I would say, watching her, normally you would think that would work. Like, returning the magic back into an orb isn't, I mean, for magic users, it's not hard. So the fact that she can't do it here may be something to do with Raphael's presence or just like the area that y'all are in. But it looked like the magic was just like sloshing around rather than confining.
Belmont pulls a stonecutter's tongs out and hands it to Lady.
Oh gosh! Oh no!
This will be cleaner, yes. And I sheath my blue sword and I pull out the other. And I walk up to her with the sword in one hand and these tongs in the other. This is what you
Narissa's
want,
gonna
yes?
really fast grab her dagger and hand it to him so it's not a sword.
Ah, very well. And he grabs the dagger. I would say bite onto something, but it'll be your tongue. and he grabs it and pulls. And as he gets even with her nose, to make sure, he just comes straight down with it as fast as he can.
Yeah. Just,
Oh gosh, what is this damage? Okay, roll another dagger attack.
Oh, let's see. What is a dagger attack? I don't own one.
D4 plus a latest damage.
Oh, well. All right then. Luckily, I rolled a 1 on the D4, so she's only taking 6 points of damage then.
And as your tongue severs, that key component for casting is now gone. So there's a tongue, an ear, and a hand. Walk into a bar. Hear me out.
with the dark jester going, anyone else? Yes.
That comes with the second campaign where a hand has been lost.
I know, but what is actually more inceptual is Tim just lost a hand not too long ago as one of his characters. It's all
Going full
wibbly
circle.
wobbly up in here. But
So he came to collect. Got it.
as y'all are
Came to close.
standing in there in your distraughtness, you still see Raphael hand extended out to all of you, and that orb just up there burning brightly red. A tongue goes into your hand, Raphael.
His eyes gaze towards Narissa. Your offer is most sincere, but your friend's humility is lacking. Prepare yourself for the trial of resolve. Creation teeters on the brink. Will you fight for redemption, even when all hope crumbles to ash?
Oh no, I just realized what's happened and what this means. So, as Raphael
As soon
says
as he
this,
says fight, Elatus starts to smile because he's like, even though I'm not really in this, if I get to be a part of this, I'm going to kill some shit.
you watch as your own shadows form against you. Narissa, yours winds out. First, a dark version of you before it manifests into a mirror image that quickly distorts. Horns growing feral, longer, wings coming out of her back bat-like, as she stares at you with a nefarious grin. Rowena, yours whips around you like a swirling pattern before materializing that same darkness looking at you, and you see wild eyes and a face that only a mother could love. But she is bound and chained in a straitjacket with a gag around her mouth, and these infernal chains kind of like pull from the shadows into her as she stands there wide-eyed looking at you. Balmond, you see your shadow bubble and boil before a figure comes out, and he stands looking at you with various bottles and accoutrements attached, filled with vile acids and other decor. And even though he's a mirror image of you, a shadowy sculpt of a black hand appears where your hand once was. Can I have you all roll initiative, maybe?
Am I also rolling initiative?
Are you participating in this?
I mean, it's no image of me, so I just didn't know if I was helping them fight or not.
Yes, you are.
As all this happens, and I look around and don't see one of me, it's Celestial. I speak to Raphael himself. Am I to aid them, or be a spectator?
Must be sincere, humble, sacrifice things I don't see.
Yeah, I'm not sure what you mean by that, because I just like to kill.
Then you can stay here and kill.
Very well, then. And everyone around can see that Elatus has pulled his swords. It has this massive grin coming across his face as both swords pull out.
All right.
Ooh, I'll take that. I will take that.
25 or higher. I got to roll.
I got 21.
Yeah.
Because, sir, I got a nat 20 plus 1.
Where
That's
is
why I take it.
23 for Belmont.
that one? That one. That one. 21 for Elatus. What was Bauman's? 20.
He got 23,
23.
is what he said.
Rowena?
10.
It starts. Narissa?
Did I say 6?
Oh no!
Narissa's
Yeah,
staying
buddy.
true to form.
I've
All
never
the
rolled
low
better in my
numbers.
life. That's not true. I hope.
And you hear Raphael say something to all of you before the battle commences as I roll initiative for these other guys.
His hand appears. This ember is the last essence flickering of life. Fragile, weak. Blows forward in front of you, Elatus, as these specters point at you. Defend this weak creature.
As long as I get to kill the 3, I will do my best to keep them all alive for now.
You will defend that last spark of existence.
Am I able to touch it?
It's wispy.
Okay. I was gonna say, if I am, I'm just gonna stick it inside of my belongings and start fighting.
At the top of the order. Oh! I just realized what I did! You see the wisp kind of like secluded there in y'all's space. And I'll just put... I'll just put this out here. And then a shadowy form of each you, which I'll put something so you don't get confused by your own versions. has appeared. I'll just say most lined up to where y'all are at. At the top of the order, you watch as Rowena strikes first, but it's not y'all's Rowena. Let's go to the battle map.
Oh, sick transition.
Delicious. Okay. The chains fall, and from where she stands, she looks wide-eyed at all of you before turning her gaze towards the wisp. This should be fun. And she begins to cast arcanely. Just before I take any damage to anybody else, Rowena, how much HP do you have?
42,000. I'm just kidding.
Don't do that, because your counterpart's gonna have the same.
Ballman, how much?
It'll take forever to kill it.
I have 33.
And Narissa, how much
Max or left?
left?
44.
We'll say that this wisp has 119 hit points, theoretically, as she casts 2 Eldritch Blasts towards the intended target. The first one goes wide. Second one hits. I am going to be rolling like a crazy person. Okay, she does some damage to it. Next up is Good Balmond. Or Team Balmond. The Handless Balmond.
The real boy.
Okay.
Now the question is, did they pay attention to how much HP they all have left?
Nope. And I'm going to toss the globe at Narissa's doppelganger.
Okay.
As soon as I find it.
Get this girl some armor. She needs some milk.
It is a 23 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay.
You can assume pretty much everything hits.
That's what I'm hoping for.
Yeah. Nurse is not good at anything. I don't know how she's made it to level 7.
Her pie.
Takes 7 points of poison damage.
Okay.
What is the effect?
Nothing.
No damage at all?
To the doppelganger, it looks like it took the arrows or the hit.
Okay. The poison?
Yeah.
Damage? Okay. And Bellman's going to look at everybody. And we're going to be stronger with backs together. However they want to hit us. And he's going to stand shoulder with Jester. That's pretty much where he's at. And wait for... he'll draw his short sword with his left hand just to try to defend.
Okay.
But that's gonna be what he can do. So that's it.
Next up is Elatus.
he hears what Belmont said, but he also knows what Raphael said to him about I could stay and kill. So he
Selective hearing, chat.
smiles. He smiles and he lights a hand up and sends a firebolt at Rowena's double.
Okay.
So that is
Tell me how you really feel.
that is a 21 to hit.
Yes.
Okay. That is 14 points of damage.
Okay.
And then let's see, where was it? What was the ability? Okay. So as I fire that off, Belmont watches me move to in front of his double, and I attack with my sword
Okay.
using War
Nice.
Magic. So, since that's a bonus action, we're hitting with that one, and that is a 19 to hit.
Just hits.
Okay. That is 7 points of damage, and I need you to make a charisma saving throw, please.
Is this
please.
a charming effect?
No, it is not to charm.
Okay. Five.
You are now baned by my sword until the end of my next turn.
Okay. How much was the damage on?
7 points of damage from the sword.
Okay.
And then, of course, you got to subtract a d4 if you go to attack somebody now. With
Okay.
that one.
Sweet. Anything else?
That'll end my turn at the moment.
Next up is Bad Ball. I gotta put a B in front of these because
Beaumont is fighting.
so Balmond went, Bad Rowena went, Elatus went. So yeah, Double Ganger Balmonk attacks. Not you, Elatus, because you're right there, but the spirit right next to it. This minus a d4. I'm prepared, chat. I swear to you. So it'll use the short sword because it's close. Still hits. Wait, I'll do a thing. I don't know if this is gonna help. Okay.
Maybe popcorn. Or are you being a butt? Oh, you made it. Okay. Yeah.
Still hits. Okay. It's gonna do some boopity boop damage. Okay. Okay. And then it's gonna attack again and miss. Rowena.
So my
Pick up my die.
doppelganger's like right in front of me.
Yeah, it would be the one straight in front.
So I didn't realize I had a spear.
Oh gosh.
We're learning new things. So I would like to scream, terrified at seeing all of this, and just launch said spear directly at my doppelganger. So let me see here. 21 to hit.
That hits.
For 7 points of damage.
7.
And then with just a little bit of movement, kind of, I guess, sneak over towards Hats, if I can get that way a little bit.
Okay.
You might have to.
Like over there.
Oh, I was just happy that we were calling him by his nickname. I wasn't correcting.
Anything else?
No. I'm still trying to get a lay of the land here.
Okay. The other Narissa is going to go first.
Oh, good grief. Moving the whole thing.
I was like, what? This happened.
I'm not running into a door.
What would she do? What are these spells?
Stacks, you don't know the inside of my mind.
It'll be safer.
The hero's
I feel
feet.
her a very
Lehman's
specific
tiny
way.
hut.
And if Stacks can't figure it out,
Far be it for me to figure it out.
you should have studied your character sheet. She's got a crossbow.
No!
Or a fist. You know, she could just punch people to death.
She's gonna do 2 void shots. One at the wisp, which misses. And then one at Narissa, which hits. You take 1 point of force damage.
Oh, 1 point.
Then she's gonna yeah, that's it. Narissa, it is your turn.
Great. With my current lack of tongue, Marissa's gonna back up a little. Can I drive? I can. Can I? There. And pull out her handy-dandy crossbow that she's never used successfully. And she's gonna shoot it.
Shoot you?
I don't know, what am I shooting? Whatever's in front of me. Which one's directly in front of me?
That one's Rowena's.
Great, that's the one I'm shooting.
Okay.
I'm not picky. And guess what? I rolled a 10.
You should have been picky. Misses.
It wouldn't have hit me either. I do have an armor class higher than 10.
You watch Narissa kind of like shuffle off into the other corner, shoot this crossbow, miss, and then load it with another crossbow.
Yeah, and
Bellman
that's
yells
pretty
at
much it.
Narissa. I said, get your backs together.
We lost Rowena.
Oh no!
That's pretty much it. It's chill. I got nothing else.
Okay,
Now me and Balmond are splitting all the rest of the frames.
I can't see myself.
I can only see my hands.
you can only see your hands.
Yeah, it's like we're cut off to the point all we can see is our hands.
At this point, we're gonna take a quick break.
Sensible.
We'll be
Due to
back
technical issues.
after the short rest, but not an
Ooh, we
actual.
got a short rest?
No,
Short
not
rest?
an actual.
Yes.
No,
Yes.
I could really use a short rest.
most of us.
Everybody
can.
roll your hit die.
Nope.
I can do it.
Hello, and welcome back to Dungeon Mechanics. We have gotten quite a few donations in the past hour and a half-ish. Thank you, everyone who has donated so far. But this is going to cause a little bit of chaos to hit the battle scene. First and foremost, each player gets 5 blesses that they can add to their next rolls. So whatever your next rolls is, you do a D4 bless, and then it disappears. And then your next one, D4 bless. Just keep track at the 5. I'm not going to do it because there's a lot more.
Thank you so much.
There's also some banes for the DM because we all love stacks. But there's an inspo in chat, and I'm taking that because it wasn't delegated to anybody. So here we are. And to top things off,
she did. She designated.
Elatus. Yep.
Dang it!
It was designated for Elatus.
So Elatus, you get an inspo.
Very well.
Best use it before end of stream before it disappears.
I best use it or I'm gonna lose it.
Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh, I walked into that. And last but not least, insert the end of the round. A layer action. You all watch as Raphael performs something after these quick 6 seconds. Oh, I got luck.
Who did that?
Boo.
Yay, Colin! Yay!
Boo.
Oh, okay. I can fix this.
Colin, I thought you loved me.
He does. He just loves me more.
Uh-oh.
There we go. I'd do some swappy swaps. Tim, what is it that you want it to do? And then I can add in the last bits of juice.
It is tough to find your willingness to be humble and take this seriously. So I will put you in a place where you will desperately want to show your humility to me. His hand reaches forward and pulls a hot, stale realm around you. You hear the clanking and pulling of chains around you as you hear a battle that rages for eternity. Bones on the dusty, sandy, barren ground and about a 30-meter bubble around you. 30 feet, Dungeons and Dragons, 30 feet around you. You sense dread as you feel you've been pulled into the Avernus with a creature, a devil, with nothing inside of it, jagged, boned teeth, boned back all the way to a tail stretching about 20 feet. Do your part in the Blood Wars. Prove you are just.
And you watch as the shadowy forms of you ripple into multiple chains kind of dispersing off of them as they collide into this creature as you all face a chained devil. Continuing at the top of the order, we're gonna have the chained devil go on Rowena's turn. I am completely ready, and I have this character sheet memorized. Chat, as I pull it up. Oh, it hits people, but it's chained, so it's gonna do 2 attacks
Chains
against.
of charity.
Yes, we are feeding them kids.
Oh, kids go hungry.
Okay, these are both going to hit. Oh, way so much more damage. Thank you, chat. 17 points of damage goes into the spirit that you all are tasked with protecting. But it's reeling back, looking like it's getting ready to go again. But next up is Ballman. Oh, wait, Ballman, you're supposed to go first. Time's a soup. Wibbly wobbly, tibbity tobbity.
So I can assume on the map the other things are disappeared.
Yeah, I'll just do. Oh my gosh, I'll just do that. And it's like huge. It's like really big.
Can I discern
Sorry, I
if
described
I
it
have
wrong.
experience with
This
this
is
creature before? Or knowledge, anyway?
Roll a nature check.
Oh, great. You didn't even give me nature. Got it. So 8.
Okay. No, you haven't been to Avernus to encounter a chained devil. Sorry, Ballman.
With no experience in nature, apparently I haven't been outside either. That makes sense, though.
Oh my gosh, go touch grass. Oh wait, it's on fire. You take fire damage. Get me started. Let me cook.
Well, he's going to do what he does, and he's going to move up to distract, and he's going to blow a puff of powder in its face.
Okay.
I can roll, but Scott already knows it's going to happen, so he hits, and he does...
Oh, it's the same.
8 points of poison damage.
Okay. Anything else?
Oh.
Oh wait, I should be playing like not this music. Y'all have said nothing. Y'all are
That's
just
what
letting
makes
me
it super creepy in Avernus
just
with,
like
this,
la la la.
yeah, Victorian piano in the background. Like, wow, what's up? It's a bit weird. Sorry, Stoic Angel.
There's music. Wait, is that it? Is that all you want to do?
Yeah, that's all I can do.
Next is Elatus.
So there's no way I can move what he put on the field to get between it and the devil.
What? Who put on the field?
What Raphael put on the field? The spark.
No, it's just like floating there.
So I can't be in its space
That's
what I'm getting to kind of shield it.
Oh, you're trying to. I mean, roll me a d20, because I'm a just DM. You just have to roll higher than me. Son of a. Yes. Okay. You can move it behind or adjacent to you, like there.
Okay. So I'm going to move right into the space and try to be more of a shield to it. And with both weapons in hand, I'm going to swing on it. So I'm going to do once with my longsword.
Okay.
Dirty 20 to hit.
That hits.
Okay. So that's D8.
Yes.
And,
Yes.
just to make sure, I'm going to attempt it. Let's see.
You guys have the boon of Lindsay Sterling.
Yes, that's what I was gonna say. Who's the violinist that rocks out with? Ooh, next up is the creature again.
Is said creature immune to being frightened? I need to know because the weapon I'm using disheartening strike as I make the contact with it. And if it's not immune, then the target has disadvantage on its next saving throw before the end of my next turn.
Okay.
So that was 11 points of damage with that sword.
Oh gosh.
Now
What
I'm
weapons
swinging
did I
with-
give you?
Now I'm swinging with the other sword. That is an 18 to hit. Okay. And with that, I need you to make a charisma saving throw, and if you are able to not be, or if you're not immune to frightened, then you have to roll disadvantage.
Okay. And I'm baned.
Okay. And that was for 10 points of damage with that sword.
8.
8 what?
8. Wait, I have a luck. Do I want to use it? No. No, I'm gonna wait.
Okay. So that
8
was
for the
8 points of
charisma save.
damage. Well, it was I'm sorry, 10 from my attack of the sword damage wise.
Yeah, okay, I got that.
And then I'm going to let out a hideous laugh as I action surge and swing 2 more times into this bastard with each sword.
Okay.
That is a 12 plus 9, so 21.
To hit? Yep, that hits.
Yep. Okay. And then that is 9 points of damage. And, yep, I'm going to use the other part of this. So I need to roll a d4, and that's a 3, so we'll add that here. Okay. And now I take my final swing with my other sword. And that is 23 to hit.
That also hits.
And that's 8 points of damage. And Belmont just sees this sinister smile on my face as I'm just hacking into this thing as hard as I can.
So you all watch as Elatus is just attacking into the creature, strike after strike after strike, and you notice that it definitely doesn't like the attacks that are coming towards it, but it still seems to have a decent amount of vigor, but it looks like it's waning like a...
CD Motel Light.
I would say bloody, but it's a chain demon, so that's like a
Ickery. It's
Yeah.
Ickery everywhere.
there we go. After Amidas comes the giant again. Okay. Does some more damage on the wisp. Now, y'all are noticing when it hits into the wisp, at first it just looks like it's attacking. Wait, let me make sure that other one hit. Okay, yeah.
Dang, so I did nothing to block.
Well, only one of its attacks hit. But as it's attacking, when it connects with the spirit, you see various wisps or like images of people in pain, but depending on like at what point you're looking, they look like those familiar sorts that you've seen. So like people that you know, people that you may have loved at one time, people that you don't love. They're just wisping away.
Good, I had my back to it. Raphael must be the devil.
It's cutting up the air violin over here.
No, you're playing. You're playing your golden fiddle. That's what I'm saying.
That's what he's doing in the background.
This ain't Georgia.
Fine. I'll do this one. Yeah, that's better. But yeah, as it's striking into it, that's what you are seeing happening. Next up is Rowena.
Where am I in relation to everything since I lost the battle map?
Maybe about 10 to 15 feet away from the big guy.
Okay. Well, I threw my spear. I have 2 daggers. And I feel like this is a fuck it, we ball situation. So, I'm just going to approach with daggers drawn and use my attack and bonus attack, which just a second here. Technical difficulties again.
Oh, it's got the zoomy thing, like the thing that Tim has, where it like tracks movement.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
Oh no!
Well,
Blink if you're okay. If the AI is taking over.
My first one was an 11 to hit.
That misses.
Yeah, I had a feeling.
Oh wait, but you have
Oh, I have
bless.
Bless. 14 to hit.
Okay, yeah, that still misses.
Yeah. I feel like you knew I wasn't gonna get it with bless anyways, and still just wanted me to roll.
If you
Like,
would have got
entirely.
4 on it, I would have given it to you. I would have
Fair enough. Well, the second roll was worse.
No!
I can use a bless though? Oh no, you said 1 per round, right?
Well, no, you
Or
can use
action.
it on any of your attacks, essentially. But if it's worse, like it's
Yeah, you're
lower...
right. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I realized, so I'm just in the mix of it all with 2 daggers,
Actually,
looking like little rascals.
roll me a d4, and if you get higher than a 3, you got 50-50 chance. It's for charity. It's for the kids.
But I don't have a 50-50 chance because there's still 4 points. So
4 points?
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
stacks. I don't have a 50-50 chance.
Yeah,
I
but you
have
have
a
a
1 in 4.
50-50 chance of getting the right number, because if you roll a 3 or a 4.
Got a 4.
Oh, yay!
But you said higher than a 3. The only thing higher.
I thought I
than a
said
3
3
on
or
the
higher.
D4 is
3
a
or higher.
4.
Sorry,
you
3
said
or higher.
higher
3 or
than
higher.
three.
3 or higher. 3 or higher. 3 or higher.
All right. Well, this is gonna be nothing for damage because it's a dagger, but it's fine. We're here. 7 for damage.
Okay, and as you attack, roll me a. How? Okay.
Mhm.
Chance for bonus damage. I'll do this for everybody. How are you attacking if you had to base it in one of your skills?
My skills are being feral, so I think
Is it like survival check? What are we doing?
No, I mean, like,
Athletics? I don't want to speak
like,
for it.
like you mean like one of my highest skills? What are we talking? I'm confused.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
survival is like one of my highest.
okay, roll me a survival check.
Okay.
And what's wrong about having high athletics there, Stacks?
I didn't see anything was wrong with having
That's what I got.
That's a 16 for survival.
Okay, and what was your dagger damage?
7.
You watch as Rowena goes in with the first dagger, completely whiffs it, and then with the second kind of like flicks it and goes under to try and cut at where its chained calf muscle is. I don't know if she could reach that, but she goes for it, and you see this like eruption of arcane energy come out from it, and this like feral rip in time is seen, and you can like glimpse into a purview of Rowena's past, and you see her on this like battlefield just like laying waste, decimating everyone with magic normally, but this is about as close as we're getting to it before the rift like whoosh, closes back, and it seems to take more damage from that strike. I am completely ready. The thing's gonna attack again, and I'm gonna add some banes because I'm just used to not hitting anything. Only one of them's gonna go, and we're gonna go with. Okay, some damage. And then, similarly, more wisps are taking damage as it becomes Narissa's turn.
Are we in now like a hellscape?
Kind
You
of.
said there were like skeletons all around.
Oh gosh, yes. Technically, yes.
Could Narissa mind meld silently with this little crown and say, "Hey God, crown."
Okay, God
I have,
crown. Roll me a persuasion check. She has to be good at this chat, right? Like
23.
so from the ground, 23 skeletal structures begin to erupt out, moving towards Narissa. Mistress. In unison, they speak. What are your orders?
She's going to use arcane sign language in the hope that they understand to sign to the skeletons, "Go kill that demon."
Is it infernal? Or
It is infernal.
okay. They look. They all nod. One of their heads falls, picks it back up, puts it back on head. And then they all kind of like go towards the giant. Roll me a D100.
Okay. And while she's watching this happen, she is going to silently, to her crown, be like, "This does not constitute an army. This is a small gathering."
How dare it have a proximity?
79.
You watch as these creatures like slice and dice into this chained devil, laying waste to it. But the last one, the guys whose head fell off, with his shield as counterbalance, goes in for the finishing strike. Narissa, how would they like to do this?
Man, I forgot to use my bless too. I could have had more skeletons. It's okay. They're gonna slice and dice, and the one as his head goes toppling off again, he's just gonna like hit the demon's Achilles tendon, and then just drag it up his leg. And Icker just spews forth.
It's ketchup. That's what the titles will say. For as it topples down, you all are no longer in combat. And the hellscape kind of closes back out. You're back in that room with the 8 different passages, with Raphael standing, seemingly prepared to give the final judgment based on your
orb
actions
still there?
today. After the battle, it vanished for Raphael to consider.
I turn and look back at the spark. Because I had my back to it, I was turning to make sure.
Oh, let me make sure it's there. Let's do some quick maths, chat. Because this might determine what Raphael judges. The spark of life that remained was about at half capacity. But
As
it
I
was
see it,
still
I turn-
standing.
I started turn and look at him.
You
Then
have,
I just smile.
you have proven that even in the twilight of existence, mortals possess hearts capable of redemption. Go and carry this light into the darkness.
What color is the light?
Teal.
It's a good color. It would clash with mine, though.
It's just like hovering there.
Since Ballman can't hear anybody volunteer to take it, he'll reach out his hand.
You son of a bitch.
Just kidding.
Yeah,
he does notice Narissa reach out.
She's like all the way in the back. What do you mean? She comes out of nowhere.
She comes running up.
Hey guys,
She
I
is
was here
clapping
the
her
whole
hands
time.
wildly enough.
As you hold into the orb, Narissa, roll me a. We'll go with a D4.
Can I add my bless to that?
No, it's just a regular. No accoutrements.
2.
Okay.
Perfect.
You watch as from it a spectral blade kind of starts to manifest in the fiery light of it. And it hovers above just slightly, just like a pedestal short sword there. Inspiration to Balman and luck to Riza? Who's Riza?
That's me.
What?
Pay attention to the chat.
I can't. It's too much happened. Oh, no, Riza. Okay. Do you take it?
What do I want a short sword for?
I don't know. It's there.
I'll grab it if she's not gonna take it.
Great. Yeah.
Rowena, as you grab onto this sword, you watch it like you feel it almost innately bond with you the moment that you touch it. The blade feels true, and from its hilt, a rippling of adamantine armor starts to manifest onto you. This weapon cannot be disarmed for you from any reason, and your AC is permanently 20.
Woo!
Oh, hell yes. This is worth losing an ear for.
Oh my god.
Touch that shit.
I'm just gonna start.
There's choices for everyone. But, Narissa, from that flame, you see the doorways around you all kind of like light up, and all 8 of them. And as you're looking around, you hear a voice come from the light. Sounds familiar, sounds sort of pippish. Well done. You guys made it. Well, for this first part at least. I've found a way that you all can make it back, but it's not going to be easy. Tongueless Narissa. And Raphael, you would hear this as well. You're all going to have to fight a lot, actually. Fight your way through the hells from the knife level up. But if you make it, y'all can get back. I'm certain of it. There's just a lot of things that might want to kill you.
I think Rowena's eye is just twitching. Just...
You can probably hear Narissa, like, yelling. She's not yelling, but you can hear it happening.
Just like...
Just like that mouth closed scream type of...
At the hearing all this information, can I cast Detect Thoughts on Narissa?
Yeah, I mean, you'll get her surface thoughts.
Well, yeah, that's what I want.
Oh, yeah.
So as she gets hit with this, I want to cast Detect Thoughts, and then I want to cast Encode Thoughts and have a little banner type thing of her thoughts being played in the open for everyone to see her like freaking out and screaming over the fact that
so these subtitles just arcadely appear by Narissa. Just dictation.
Fuck you, motherfucker. I thought we were getting out of this island, and now we gotta fight our way through the 7 hells. Fuck you. We killed Asmodeus, and I'm sure his ass is down in this hell. Fuck. Yeah.
She's
Raphael
very
steps
vocal about
forward.
this.
Oh, you watch as Raphael steps forward towards all of you. Well, let me move us to the roleplay screen. Since everything's fine.
I wanted to see the statue move.
Belmont, you were the first to sacrifice. He reaches his hand out to his missing hand and grabs it, and a silver hand appears. He looks at Rowena. Your brave, decisive sacrifice. Always listen for Ashira, as he puts a silver ear, replaces your missing ear, and then underneath Narissa's chin, touches underneath her chin as her tongue is restored, silver as well.
She's the silver tongue devil.
That won't come back to bite you.
And in this realm where names have been stricken, you all have probably been given the best boon, where power over names is a thing. You have been given the name of the mother of all gods, Ashira. And that's Ashierah. There's other variances, but Raphael would know what her name was.
You just
Belmont
lock that in the vault.
looks everybody around. I was ready to give up.
But now you got a silver hand. That's way cool. Use your strong hand.
Ooh, minus luck for that.
Wow. Dad jokes get bonus luck here.
He's right.
As Latest sees everybody get the stuff, he looks at Raphael and smiles. Well, does this mean I have to go with them? Or do I continue to fight here?
You are welcome in the Nine Hells as their guide.
I've seen so many there.
Remember, work together. Show humility. Search for forgiveness of your sins. Don't stray too far into the darkness. Move fast through the hells. You have been blessed to travel through it, defeating darkness everywhere you look.
You're not coming with us?
You're not getting a pocket freaking
I don't know.
Holy hand grenade?
Feel like-
A pocket hand grenade.
angelic being just, hey guys.
NPCs can have their own free will stack. Don't take it away from him. Maybe he really likes it
I
and he wants
mean,
to stay.
Sir Timothy is welcome back at Dungeon Mechanics anytime that he wishes.
Next Tuesday. Except not next Tuesday because that's Christmas Eve.
I turn and look at is the orb still floating there?
It started to float towards the first door.
Okay. Is Pip going to be okay here?
Do we care?
What do you mean? I'm going with you! Also, I remembered my real name. Thank you, guys. My name's Chip.
Nope.
You don't take any psych damage. You can't
so
you
ready to
can't
kick him.
stomach an orb or stomach kick an orb.
I literally, yeah, I was trying to figure it out as quickly as possible. Like, what are we doing here?
I mean, if that's the case, I mean, if we did take damage, that's why you never hit me in the fight. I know what happened.
Bellman will kind of take a step forward, closer towards Raphael, kind of trying to whisper. When you said to serve you, what did you mean?
Your agency is your own. I feel the just thoughts within all of you. There's no service to me. There's service to each other. That will be your light. Stay together. He looks at Elatus. Just like the last remnants of existence, you'll know again when to sacrifice yourself.
He smiles real big, thinking that if he's gonna go out, it'd be fighting regardless.
There's 8 doors, and there's 9 levels. Is there a door that takes us to the tippy top level?
Oh, you don't want that answer right now.
But which door are we?
It's this one. I'm over here. Look at me. And he's like hovering by one of the 8 doors.
Can we
He
take a
hasn't led us astray yet.
Can we take a long nap in this relatively safe?
You want a short rest in the mother thin of the cursed place.
I mean, I feel like it might be safer than in the 9th level of hell.
Yeah.
Knowing this, and I'll reserve it for Raphael to decide, within your realm of power, you do have the capability of starting them off with a short or long rest of your choosing. He's like, short. Rowena's like, cool.
Elatus, will you bring Chip out of this?
Where am I taking him to exactly?
Keep him safe.
Oh, to me, he's about the only friend I have. Or at least the one I've known the longest.
You may find sanctuary here. Sleep. I will protect you for now. Merry Christmas.
As you all rest for the night, I
gain 1
guess
spell slot.
you can take a long rest.
Thank God.
I'm assuming we needed it. That's why I asked.
I completely forgot.
I mean, to be fair, if I hadn't used detect thoughts on Narissa, I wouldn't have needed anything. Because Pip fully healed me and I had all my spell slots.
I mean,
I was
don't
ready.
either, but
And Narissa couldn't use all her spell slots because she didn't have a tongue.
Narissa doesn't use all her spell slots anyway.
I'm only halfway to death.
Not anymore.
Narissa, while you're resting, can you roll me a...
Death save.
You're safe here, but you died. Oh, shit.
My character
JK.
dies every time you take a long rest, just to fuck with you.
JK LOL. this voice today.
What?
Roll me a D8.
D8. 8.
Oh. Okay. You get an accurate vision from your precognitive powers. And with it comes a message that I'm gonna hope that it is legible. Okay. You get a sending while you are asleep. Don't ask me how. You just get it. And
Left on sending voicemail for when I wake up.
you hear your name, one that you gave to Shade, followed by you vanished. Where'd you go? Oh my gosh! John! What is this chicken scratch? I can't.
Lose you.
Lose you. Not like
The rest.
them. The rest?
No.
If we wait.
Is this a picture of a bar napkin?
If
Yes.
we push here, wait, is that what it says? If we push here, if
we finish here.
finish here, I'll. It's all jumbled. I'll find you. I'll find you in death. Okay. Okay, we're deciphering the clues. I love you, P.S. Miss. So. Oh, we're so fucked. Shade. I was like, Miss So Fucked? What?
Miss So Fucked.
Next time,
That has
I'm
been
gonna
some
have that translated underneath.
So soup.
But
Mom, Scott, you're just hungry.
think of it like an astral form of yourself receives this message. Do you want to send anything back? And you can say yes and send it to me later.
Yeah.
Okay. So you send a message back. Please make it in legible font.
I'm going to write it in Infernal.
Okay. That's what it is. I don't read. Whatever that language was.
Abyssal.
It was cursive.
No, I read cursive. This was not that. Possibly. It's like maybe Dr. Script cursive. I'll give it that.
Yeah. I'd have to see it.
Oh, wait.
I'd-
Well,
I'd say for the most part during that, since I only have to do 4 hours of trance, that I'd be sitting there talking with Chip now that he's not Pip.
so, Ladus, how are you feeling now?
I don't know. I want to kill things, but now I have to keep you safe. And he kind of looks over at the other three that are asleep. And apparently I have to keep them safe as well. Or suffer the wrath of... And he kind of points, doesn't say anything, just points at the Archangel. It's one thing for the hells to be on me, but I don't need the heavens as well.
Within this space, I've also found that there's a reason why Ashira was preventing names from being spoken. While Raphael's here, at least, we're safe. And I'm pretty sure once we go over to the Nine Hells, she won't have dominion over that area. But in an effort to assist you, I can serve as solace, a weapon of your choosing. And while you're using it, you can harness the power amongst all 3 versions of yourself.
Does that mean that it will all be linked in here?
Yes, I mean, again, it's of your choosing.
Will I get to choose who's in charge?
Consider it a collective front.
I mean, Chip, you've been around me long enough. Do you want Reaper out?
I'm pretty sure you and the Knight will be able to subdue the Reaper's thirst.
I think the others do not prefer him.
We will do well to make sure the Reaper stays at bay unless absolutely needed.
Oh, he is very adept at the magics. More so than I. But we will do our best.
Ah, it's Chippy! Real life Chip.
I love the
So,
dog.
will you be able to chat if I wield you as a weapon?
Yes, but I think only as the wielders will only hear me.
Ah. So then they'll think I'm talking to myself anyways. This will be interesting. I've only gotten to see the Hells once before.
Well, we're definitely going to be there for a while. There's a lot of levels, and what I didn't tell the others, as not to frighten them, apparently there's a god there.
Only one?
Well, a god over that dominion.
Ah. Do we know who it is?
I think it's Asmodeus.
Do I know that name?
Roll me either history or religion.
We're so going for history. 21. Because I got a +7.
Yes, you would know the god of lies, the god of the 9 hells, Asmodeus.
Do I serve him?
I don't know, that's more of a personal character to...
Well, no, I thought that. Did you put that in my character?
Oh, no, I don't know.
Because, boy, wouldn't that be something.
You're not his type.
Like, don't worry. I'm taking them elsewhere. Ah. If he's the only one we have to deal with, maybe we can be more discreet.
Yes.
Passing through. It's better than them all being there.
All the gods?
No, all the ones that, you know, toy around with going to the 9 hells.
Oh.
Hopefully none of them will come visit him.
Why did
Where
you
will
decide...
You go once I get you out?
I'll go back to Raphael.
Ah.
Once the mission is complete to get you all to safety, you will no longer need me.
I see.
And depending on what you decide, well, we may have to come back here together.
What were you going to ask?
Why did you decide to help them out? I saw you protect the light.
I gave my word that I would try to get the three of them out of here. And he, and I turn and look at Raphael, told me that I must keep the spark alive. I figured it was the only way to get them out and keep my word.
Does all the versions of you share similar principles?
No.
If I had to guess, would it start with an R?
He looks at this orb. I am myself. Jester is the combination of the two of them. I guess you could say Crimson has rubbed off on me some. But Reaper would have got them to this room, refused the first trial, and left them here to whatever fate they would have happened to happen upon.
Well, it's a good thing that he's not here right now.
But if you grant me this gift, he will have more of a sway in decisions.
Not if you don't want him to. I think if we work together.
Do you not remember, Chip, what happens to me and my personalities?
They swap when you take certain types of damage, I think.
Yes. As long as the names prevent it from happening, damage will still happen if I'm to get you and these others out of here.
Maybe that's what my purpose will be. As an orb light. I'll stop all the damage that'll make Reaper appear.
So he's like gonna turn into a weapon and course through my body and be like, no Reaper, no Reaper.
Go to sleep, go to sleep.
Right? He's inside punching Reaper out inside my head. I'm taking so much mental damage. This will be tough.
Yes, potentially. You've been training
This will
for
be
this
like-
moment.
This will be like all 101 fights in one go. And Chip sees him smile. I look forward to it.
The good news is your magic won't be bound anymore.
But if I die in the hells, chances are I was going there anyways.
Then I guess we'll have to make, we'll have to do some redecoration. As Elatus is talking with Chip, Balmond, with your new hand, it feels different. Not so much like a phantom pain, but just different. Like it's a new conduit of some sort. And you get back your full spell list after this rest. Same for Elatus and Nerissa. And Rowena, as you rest, that armor kind of like comes and goes depending on if you need it or not. But it does seem to be linked to the blade that now is in your grasp. And you feel that tether that was broken, like, remend, and your connection to power, like, surface back inside of you, which gives you a bit of awe and reprieve, being, like, severed from it for so long.
Oh, yeah.
And as you all awaken from your long rest, the light persists and heads again towards the first doorway. It's time to go!
As Narissa wakes, Balmond is just kind of standing over her, just looking.
Can I help you?
How does it sound when she speaks?
You know how Mystique sounds? That, like, X-Men Mystique, where it's like there's a reverberating tone. It's kind of like that, where there's another suggestion within it that, even though they're both saying the same thing right now, there does seem to be a second octave mingled into her words.
He just kind of like squints a little bit, shakes his head a little bit, and pulls his head. Just making sure you woke up. Walks back towards Chip.
Do you think you should pack stuff up and follow
He
the door?
casts little glances towards Rowena, but feels a little more comfortable with how things went. But you notice his hand is completely gloved and not showing what it is at the moment.
So, full disclosure before we go into the Nine Hells, I've met Asmodeus before, and he vaporized somebody. So, yeah,
Good info. Good info.
yeah. 1 minute, my person was there, and then next minute, he wasn't there, and it was Asmodeus. So, let's avoid that.
Agreed. Agreed. Heard agree.
Could be worse. We
How?
could be dealing with demons.
Aren't we going to be?
No. You should know that.
You know what?
The difference between devils and demons.
Oh, hi. You are right. You are, in fact, correct. I do know that. Or do I?
Perhaps a silver tongue is going to be beneficial to us.
Is it that silver?
It's completely, entirely silver, much the same as Ballman's gloved hand, if you were to see it, and Marina's left ear. Nice fashion accessory, by the way, though.
Always fashionable.
Latest himself, I don't know what place he has with us, but I think he is a very important cog within the wheels of our ragtag group.
And as y'all get ready to exit out into the first unknown layer of hell, Raphael looks at you one last time potentially imparting a bit of wisdom before whatever happens next is lied within your paths.
Guard your souls. Where you're going, tricks will be used to bind you there forever. Your souls are all that you have to protect. Maintain them. Don't give them lightly.
Do you all...
After he says that, I'd say the party would see Elatus pull his hand axe out of the side of his belt and stuff it into his backpack, and then reach up to grab Chip for him to turn into the weapon, and then he sheaths him where his hand axe was.
You now have a hand axe of solace.
Is he okay in that form?
Chip, they want to know if you're okay.
Yep.
He says yes.
Okay.
We don't hear the chip, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Now I have another in my mind.
Oh, that's great.
Cool.
Splendid.
Cool. Raphael, Your Holiness. I don't know what's happened on the planet since I left. I'm assuming nothing good, but we were rallying to fight things. Would you be interested in joining our fight against
Against the darkness.
the darkness?
Is this door-to-door campaigning for your cause?
Yes. She was told to ask everybody. I think that oh man, I'm forgetting my other party's names. I think that they would be very disappointed if I did not ask at least once.
Is that directed at Raphael?
Yeah, would you be interested in joining us against in our fight against the darkness?
I have not stopped fighting
Great.
against the darkness for all of you.
Great. So when we reach the top and then we're fighting against the darkness up there, I can expect to see you?
You may see me sooner than that if you make the right choices.
That feels like a threat.
It was the promise of a threat, is what it was.
Okay, great.
The door opens. You feel that gust of heat, humidity, intense flames, a burning landscape, constant.
I would say as my cow was fluttering as the door opened, everybody would see Elatus take a deep breath and have a big smile on his face. This would be so much fun.
Yay.
As we're leaving, Bellman would cast a last glance towards Raphael. If you were a stone, which one would you be?
Diamond.
He just nods and turns around and walks.
Do you all enter?
Yes.
So I stepped through as soon as I smiled and said this will be fun.
Yeah, I'm clutching my sword and just...
As you enter through, the ground is taken from beneath you as you all fall down towards this new hellscape. In the process, Rowena, you feel that short sword power intensify as chains begin to curl up and around when the adamantine armor activates shortly after. Balmond, a man who's dedicated his life to poisons and other toxins and the proficiency within, you get an understanding of what your hand may or may not be able to do, and with it, it can take almost as much as it can give. Do with that as you will. And Narissa, well, we'll come back to Narissa last. Elatus, as you jump in, you feel Chip at your side, and you feel the rush, the intense flow of battle almost certain to come, and you're ready for it. Whatever this or the next after that has to offer, this is kind of your bread and butter. And Narissa, the moment you move past into this realm, you feel an intense pain around your head before it subsides as your crown engulfs in flame and chars into brimstone, and you are no longer the skeleton queen, for here is where demons lie, and with your silver tongue there comes influence over said demons. And that is where we're going to end it for today. Thank you, everyone, for all the lovely donations that y'all sent through today. We have... I'll do the math real quick, but I'll let everyone say any final notes that they have of things to come, projects you're working on, places to find you. Panic!
We'll be back in January.
Oh, yeah.
Because Christmas Eve and then Thanksgiving Eve.
New Year's.
Yes.
New Year's Eve. So we'll be back in January.
See you in the new year.
We...
Stronghold.
We're bringing in the new
Stronghold
year
have
with
anything they wanna-
murder
Oh, yeah.
and blood.
Stronghold. Let me do a shout out real quick.
This is your guys' thing, and you've got an
Cross.
amazing.
But we
Yeah,
love
you got-
the Stronghold.
Colony.
You're here. Tell us what's going on with you.
Yeah, well, tomorrow night we'll continue our 9 at 8 stream for mental health and suicide awareness. Tomorrow night at 8:30 Eastern time. Old World Charm is going to pick up Dungeon Master on the Stronghold for his first goal. He's going to have DM Jeremy, me, Tori, and Skylar on there. I think Castleton, if you guys have heard of that one, by Winter Tales Co. I'll be did some recording sessions for that. That'll be Saturday. And then Sunday, DM Pete picks it back up for Storm King's Thunder. And I think that'll be our last session to wrap up the holidays. And then I think we're booking something here soon with you guys for some
Oh, yeah.
PvP.
PvP
Maybe-
revenge.
Yeah, maybe you guys get caught in a bind in the 9th level of hell, and some of our crew come in and pull you out of there. So we'll see.
Awesome. As always, we love Sir Timothy and everyone from Stronghold, sending all the loves. Be sure to support them as well throughout the week. And we have raised so far this year for No Kids Hungry $306. And if I do the math correctly, 650. That is okay. It's every $50 is 500 meals.
Dang.
So
That's really cool, guys.
is that 3,000 meals?
Yeah.
3,000 meals provided so far, and we're on day 2, guys. We have more this week. Hit us up tomorrow, same time for a holiday special because we got to
Well, I
switch
think
it
you
up.
got Pete in one of your sessions now, don't you? Did Pete
Yes.
offer himself up?
Pete
Oh,
is
man.
gonna be here on Saturday, and I think Poison Dark will be here tomorrow. I have to check the dates, but yes, we do have people from Stronghold representing and also helping us out to raise money for a good cause. But yeah, we're gonna kick things off with a quick raid. Hope to see you guys tomorrow. Miss you, love you, bye bye.
Love you, bye.